As a dog, do you see what your dog was? Assaulting my leg.
the shit out of you, dog.
Every time I come here now.
It's because you. Why? And it's funny because why doesn't he want to fuck Lubin like that?
He did when I was here.
No, not like that. No, not like that. He did it.
Maybe he's trying to get past me to Lubin. I'll let him.
No, I think he finds you more attractive than Lubin.
Well, it's all right. You win some, you don't win some.
It's true. Just keep moving on.
Win and you learn.
There's another dog around.
Does that make you feel like self-conscious or uncomfortable?
No, it's okay.
Or does it make me feel self-conscious and
He respects me as a man.
Yeah.
He sees you as an object.
Right?
Yeah.
Ralph,
You as a little fuck buddy.
Yeah, just an
Ralph wants
object.
to wreck it.
Yo,
Yeah, I'm trying to
stop
fix
biting
this
me.
shit.
Back up, Ralph. Yo, he's like nibbling on me like I'm his.
What'd you do with that picture you took?
What picture? Oh, us?
Yeah.
Can you send
No, just send it to us.
Yeah, we're gonna put it on the Instagram.
Yeah,
Just put it right on the story.
The group chat's fun.
You're gonna put it right on the story now?
Right on the internet?
on the story.
Oh, come on, guys.
Send it to me.
All right. Send it. Let me send it to the group chat too.
Oh, I have a group chat.
Oh, just add Lubin to the group chat.
No, we'll add you. Sorry, we don't want to leave you out.
I don't know why you didn't add him from the beginning. And
Yeah.
me too. It looks really good.
So, do you think the new name is good?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, but it's more universal.
What's going on, Lubin? What are you doing over there? You cropping. It's about all of us.
No, okay, that's fine. I'll do it.
Okay.
Let's finish this. Man's got
Let's
places to
finish
be. Yeah.
Let's finish this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's finish this one.
Well, what do you want to do? How do you want to finish it?
Well, let's finish. It's 9 o'clock. All right, let's finish this with. Let me add on to the last part of what Lubin said. Well, the last thing that you two were talking about too was how would religion be passed on to the next generation, and talking about that, and I think that'd be up to the people raising the children. I think we dim it down into religion when it's actually just something to believe in, and it's a belief system. And because we put that label religion on it, it separated people so much. All the people, I think everybody wants, and we do for some purpose in their life. At least one thing that gets to people every day is something that they believe in. Whether it's a belief system in tomorrow, a belief system in a year, a belief system in a thing, in a person, in karma, in whatever it is, you have a belief system in something. That's what's getting you up the next day.
So determination, really, in a sense. Or believing that, tomorrow's gonna be better than today, or I can make tomorrow better than today.
Yes, I have an opportunity for tomorrow to reset.
Yep.
Or
to add to whatever
and you might not feel that, and that might not be something that might be strong in your body. It might be small voice. The voices. Yeah. Right? And the dialogue that's saying no. Yeah. The dialogue that's saying no to you and that's pushing you down, that may be louder when you go to bed or before you go to bed, and that little voice is in there, that little flame. So you wake up tomorrow. And then, it is a start, though. It is a start, whether you think it or not. And then you continue and you go on. So I think a belief system is super important in a world, and that's what would bring people together. Instead of putting all the different labels, we believe in something, and because we want something more, maybe we see something more. We haven't seen it. We've heard it from somebody else, so we believe through that person's dream, through that person's vision, through their belief. Because you can borrow a belief system. Well, even if you don't have one, you can borrow it from somebody else.
True.
And so I think is incredibly important in a person's life to have a belief system.
Maintain your focus. You know what I mean? Something that can keep bringing you back to that moment of realization that this is what I want to follow. This is how I want to do it. A is going to get me to B. If I keep saying A is going to get me to B every day, then eventually A is going to get you to B. You know what I mean? If you believe that, you keep motivating yourself with that on the regular, I think that you're going to be more than likely to achieve the goal that you have set forward for yourself. This is exactly what you said earlier. No time is wasted if you're moving forward. There it is. See?
Absolutely.
And look at that. It's coming full circle,
And
man.
all right, and it's how true is that,
Yeah,
right? In so many ways, right? And doing something about it. How important is that? The follow through.
Would you say that's what like motivates you?
What motivates me? Multiple things motivate me. It adds up. Different things, like the follow through, so that win, and that man, I did it, and that thought in my mind that, you know, anytime I'm doing something and I'm saying something, that's time not wasted. Because for the specific reason that I can also get trapped in that I'm gonna do it tomorrow.
Well, I think that's
Like the
that's what it is. I
procrastination,
think it's the
for sure.
procrastination.
Get trapped in procrastination.
Yeah.
Right?
It's also yeah, I can say this 12 times. I'm gonna motivate myself to do it, but then you get up and it's like I can do it tomorrow.
Have you ever
You know what I mean?
felt?
I cannot do it.
But that's
Have you ever felt in a time where you felt like due to preparation that you've kind of missed the mark and you've had an imposter syndrome?
Invited me there. I've never
Exactly,
been
you've
there.
never given that
So
opportunity.
I've never been somewhere I didn't think I go. Maybe I think like, man, when I get like, man, there's some people here who are another level.
Exactly.
There are two levels. I didn't feel like an imposter because there was all the other people who were where I am, and obviously they saw where I am. Something was saw in me. I was given the ability and opportunity to be there, and the ability to see it. And I don't know where that attitude comes from, where that mindset comes from. I think maybe because I think I just had that voice also like, man, you didn't leave anything on the table. You worked hard to do this.
Yep.
Yeah. And whether or not, like when you did, and most of the time when you do something, it's not as tough as you thought, as you pictured it was going to be.
No.
if you're mentally prepared, if you
that is how important it. And even sometimes, even if you didn't nearly as much as I.
And how influent when you've experienced times when you were in gyms or something with people that were like way higher caliber, what was the influence of those people? What was the inspiration, or how was the motivation of being around those people that you knew?
Most of them don't care. You're just another person there.
Just a training partner.
Because they've done it. They've put in the work. They've got there and they've moved on. So
Right.
you're just another person there.
Right.
It's a humble pie,
Okay.
Oh, for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Because like nobody gives a fuck about you.
which is right. So
And what's-
hopefully you swallow it. That's awesome. And two, now you're like pressure's off.
I can only impress.
Pressure's off.
Yeah,
That's-
because nobody expects anything from me.
That's right.
Right.
You're here. They expect something from you. Coming in, they didn't expect it from you. They don't really know.
Right. But all I wanted to know was where is like the barrier to entry? Like how do you become training partners with an Alex Pereira? How do you become?
I think it's you.
You
I think it's
as a
on the
person.
individual.
Okay.
I think if you go to a gym, everyone's got to start somewhere, right? Everyone's going to start. It doesn't matter. Like you could walk into the most prestigious gym and be like, "Hey, I want to train here." And they'll be like, "Well, what kind of skills do you have?" I'll be like, "Okay, well, we only take on people who are competing, or maybe we'll take on a new person. And we'll work you out. We'll try it." That depends on you and the gym that you're
No,
going
but
to.
I mean at coming in at a level of where like McGeary's at.
You didn't specify that part.
So like I don't mean as like coming in as a beginner. I mean of like you've established some sort of like winning rate, you've established some sort of credibility, and you want to kind of switch teams. How does that look? How does the camaraderie look? Is that something that's frowned upon?
If it's anything like Rocky and Creed, the movies that I've watched, they can just switch gyms, no problem. It seems to be all willy-nilly, no big deal. It's like, you want to fight for us now? Okay, we'll take you. We'll take you. You know what I mean? But this is why we can't get up.
I would say the amount of people that talk about it opposed to the amount of people that actually do it day in and day out
So,
is a
but
huge
what's
percent.
What's that number though? Like, you know what I mean? I don't think you can say that unless you actually.
I would say it's a fraction. I would say the amount of people that are fans of MMA to the amount of people that are in MMA in the last 5 to 10 years, I would say is astronomically.
Okay, but that can also be said about all these people that you mentioned before.
It's the same people that like basketball can't play basketball.
Yeah, okay. Every single person you face can be the same. They can be the same height. You can still be trained together, but they're still going to know something else that you don't know. So in this camaraderie, or in this group of this dynamic of people, I think everybody can learn from everybody. It doesn't matter how long you've been there or how many years you've been doing it, or like everyone is going to be at a different level, or everyone. It doesn't matter if you're at the same belt in, like, let's say karate.
Right.
Everyone's still at a different level.
But like I look at this team where I look at this team where my friend's on, and he's at this gym called Tower One, and there's a UFC fighter called Gavin Tucker, and I got to meet him. Amazing dude. He fought in the UFC. The last one he fought, it was in Austin. Runs this gym, amazing guy. But the idea behind it was like these guys all support each other. So like when these guys go to fights, everybody's like, would this be the same with cross?
Rugby right now,
All of them.
Whether it's men's or women's, they promote each other.
I'd say all sports do.
The reason why I'm using rugby is because it's a club. And you're playing, doesn't matter if you're men or women, you're playing for the same club. The club name is still the same, doesn't matter if you're men or women. And they have, like, let's say 3 divisions on men and women. They support each other to watch, like, all of their games. And then if you're on, let's say, I play Div 1 with Damien, and then you guys play Div 2, we're short some players. We can call you guys up from the Div 2 team to come to the Div 1.
But you're on a team though. But like but say if I'm in a
But
combat
I
sport,
just said-
I'm playing by myself.
That's a team.
I literally just said, in the club, they promote each other, whether it's men or women's, all
No,
3 teams.
but I understand
Bringing them
that.
up. They do
But
their
like-
fundraisers together. They do it all. They
I
still
understand,
train
but
together.
this is what I'm saying though. Like
It's a team.
Fights. And you're saying everybody who's in at the same club as him is strictly, like, promoting him.
Okay.
Fundraising for him.
Yes.
It's no different than what I'm saying about this rugby
right,
team.
I agree. Damian is not here.
Yeah, let's unpin what the first member that he's going to talk about. You easily mentioned something that you were once roofied.
Okay.
Can we please come back to this?
So check this out.
We don't think you're getting away from
So
this
check
one.
this- check
this
this
is
out.
something that I think we need to discuss here.
So it's I don't know if it was my 19th birthday, but legal drinking age in Nova Scotia is 19. So within
19th birthday. Continue.
Within
Stop delaying. Go on.
November-
We want him to get to this point
Anyways,
of the story. Yes, I think
anyways,
we do. Continue.
I go to one of the nightclubs, get there, we're all taking shots, everything's hunky-dory, I fucking black out. Wake up the next morning, and there's videos of me, like, talking to myself in the common area. Like, and apparently I was given the cab driver wet willies, and he was going to kick me out halfway through.
So I think maybe you just got really drunk.
No. But I didn't remember any of it.
See, but if you're doing all these things, you're not normally roofied. I think
No,
when you're
but like,
roofied,
I found out
other
like,
things are going
No,
on.
but like I woke up and I was like, I woke up and I was like, oh, I had a great night, and people were like, whoa, I don't think you know what you're talking about. And then like they had like a series of videos of like me in the cab and like the cab driver yelling at me, residents in the common area like doing this, like pretending to do. And I like woke up and I was good night. Like, wicked. Fucking A. And they were like...
So no one took advantage of you in this situation?
Oh, I was asleep by myself.
Sounds like a great time, yeah. Sounds like you had a fun 19th birthday.
Yeah, I when I was in university, I was a little bit more of a...
Wild child.
No, it took me like at least like half a year to get into it. Like I was seeing someone, and then someone on the soccer... This was like the girl that got away. Legit. So I was seeing this chick.
It's a psychology podcast.
It was great, and then all of a sudden, like one of the senior guys on the soccer team was like, "Man, dating a chick in your first like 6 months of university, like you're really not like doing it like the right way." Like,
okay,
because I was just like trying to fit in. Of like, oh, I'm trying to impress my senior players to get playing time and all this.
there wasn't a good camaraderie on this team.
It was very political. So for this, because people were looking for scholarships and like it was a lot about playing time and stuff like that. But like at the same time though, when we were on the bus, when we were doing shit, like whenever something happened on the field, everybody bonded together. Like even at the university, like everybody stuck together. It wasn't about that, but it was one of those things where there was an outside aura and then there was like an inside dynamic where there was still a power struggle inside, and it was all healthy.
If you're bringing somebody up to a higher level, no matter what, and because and don't forget, if you're teaching others to bring their level up, guess what? Your level is probably going to go up too because you're working hard.
You're the mentor.
And then you go up, and guess what? Then you're pulling them up.
Yeah.
And then because of that, and that's it, man.
Well, we talk about the elastic band, where it's like when I move, so I have an elastic band. There's no slack on it. I can either move it down, and there's going to be a downward resistance to bring me down. But if I move it up, there's going to be an upward resistance. The only way to fix this is to bring my bottom line up, is to bring my standard up to the next level so that I'm never having that slack of that 50-50 of bringing me back down to my status quo.
I don't even think it would bring it down. It would just means that you both of you are not going to go on to the next level. It doesn't mean that you're going to lower your level and that person doesn't raise the level. It just means that now you got a decision to make.
But you're not getting there.
You're not getting to the next level.
Guys make him look good, or did Josh Purdy make people look good? Is that his...
But like how much?
That's the guy.
Like when you look at training,
I don't know why I was thinking Josh. I'm sorry.
So when you look at training, how much of your training is like off the ball? So like again, it's hard because like your competition is defined in 15 minutes, whereas some people's competition is defined in hours, whereas some are defined in 90 minutes, right? But for you, how much do you think is like basically going into a fight and being like, hey, I'm sucking it up now, or how much do you go into a 4-week period and go, now it's time to dial it in for this next 15 minutes?
I think if you're any athlete competing at any level, especially if you're competing and you compete at high level, and I think the training always starts, no matter what you're doing, really. No matter whether you're learning to walk as a child or you're competing at the highest level in something. Mm-hmm. Your training starts long before that competition. What determines is how much you're training, the intensity of the training that you're putting in at that time. And that's what's going to kind of determine the outcome. The intensity for how long. And not just the intensity, everything around it, the intensity, your
drive, your determination. Fourth quarter drill.
And how you're healing yourself.
Fourth quarter drill.
Too, right? Like taking care of yourself and now like everything that you've learned, and now you're just putting all of that up to another level.
Right.
And as long as you're continuing that, and maybe then before, say you do have a big event coming, you are competing, you're arguing a big talk somewhere or something like that. You're just putting in a bit more. You're putting in more, and that's all you're doing. You already have what you're learning. Maybe you learn some more.
So with that, and with the ideas that you know, have you ever, in present time or previous time, mentored someone in combat sports? And if so, what was that experience like?
Yeah, I have, and
Well,
I guess
yeah.
to
You said you were training. You said you were training today or the other day.
Yeah, and I guess throughout my entire life, I've either been learning from someone or teaching.
Do you think that brings your MMA journey full circle? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
guess,
where people
absolutely.
go,
I guess
where
when
people
you're
go,
learning, you
I
want to
was
teach. I
birthed,
think,
I
But
rebirthed.
you're a student of the game. You're a
That's
student of
a-
the sport, so you're always
yeah.
going to keep learning.
But
I think that's the biggest gratitude, the biggest way of gratitude that you can show someone, who took the time to teach you something
And now you're
and
passing
really
it
help
on.
you. Yeah, you pass it on somebody who also is like wants an interest to learn something.
Have you ever seen an athlete that has neglected that and kind of paid paid for that in terms of losing fights or lost time in preparation.
That's life, man. That happens to anyone that you stop. If you, for some reason, ever you get that mindset that you are the best in the room and you know everything and you don't have to listen to anybody anymore, and that you don't have to practice and train and do all the things that helps continue your growth, that's gonna happen.
Well, it seems like
without a doubt.
Well, it seems like Well, it seems like in every sport too, the people that get to the highest level are the people that are also like championing sport, right? Which are they're handing down lineage and generational stuff, right? Where you often see that people that the people that are at the highest level are the ones that are kind of the role models, right? So it comes without a doubt of like that's kind of necessity, or that's kind of like a box you need to check if you're in this kind of cycle of whatever sport, right? Like even with me, like I've been coaching soccer for like 11 years now, and like ever since I probably played soccer for 3-4 years, and then I started coaching, and I've been coaching ever since, right? So is it something like where that is something that organically just happens, where it's just something where that's just a part of the game, where you also said.
I think if you took anything seriously, and it is a part of it, and something serious that you decide that you wanted to teach someone else, then it does happen organically. You've learned so much, and from what you've learned, you've probably learned to pass that on to somebody. You want to teach somebody because you want to see somebody else grow, because you want to see somebody get to learn to whatever you know and surpass it. Like, how cool is that?
That's the goal of
And does this only work?
That's it.
And does this only work if you're under the lineage of the person that trained you?
This works.
You know what I mean? Because it's almost a gratitude thing. Because if I go to another club and I start training at another club where I know that coach there hasn't brought me to the level that I was at, it's not really showing gratitude to that coach.
I don't think it matters. And you're taking this just to martial arts, and I think martial arts is a great. I think martial arts is a great analogy, and I think is life, man, because it's gonna be the reason that you probably left. And we're going for this is like best. Like whatever it is, it doesn't matter. That you, for some reason, you're learning something, you're going something, and you're learning from somebody, and then you decide to go somewhere else, and it is probably because either you or that person that was teaching you or coaching or mentoring you decided that there's nothing more that you can learn right now. For some whatever reason, they decided there's nothing more that you can learn. And I don't know what it is, and maybe whatever it is, or something happened. So you move on to somebody else who definitely does know more than you know about something.
But I say at the same
and they're going to
time,
start teaching you. They're going to start teaching you, and you're just going to continue to grow in something else.
But I think that there's so many different coaches of the game or whatever game that you're into, whatever thing that you're trying to get into. It's you want to learn from everybody. I mean, everyone's going to have a different take on it. Everyone's going to have a different viewpoint of it. And I think that it's not bad to learn outside from what you've already known or what you know from other people, and that way build upon that, to build upon your resume, or build your skill set.
Yeah.
You know, I think that there's no harm in that.
That was Bruce Lee in his essence, right?
Yeah.
You wanted to speak martial arts, and you speak someone who continued to move on and continue to learn and grab from different things and revolutionize and evolve was Bruce Lee. You're talking one of the best martial artists that people admire. You can't say the name Bruce Lee without around the world without somebody know that name.
Exactly.
And that was exactly what his legacy was. He learned something. He's like something told him that there was something missing.
Don't be the glass, be the water.
I'm gonna say after that.
Shake, whatever.
Finished.
We'd love for you to come back at any time. Anything you would be wanting us to promote, we got you. With that, to the people watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. We thank you very much for coming out.
Thanks for coming to the spare bedroom. We had a good time.
Let us know what the audio level is.
Yeah, let me know what the audio is like.
And I've got one thing to say. Remember rule number 112.